the no, but the thing is though, like so a couple of things happened like the last time around that led to this idea about multifamily being resilient. It did better than every other asset class out there.
Yeah.
It's by which I mean it only lost 30% of its value, right? Everybody else did so much worse, right? So and then after the recession was over, but when it still felt really terrible to everybody, but we had growth again, then all these people got foreclosed on, and then they all had to move into multifamily, and then it did really well after that, right? So there's all these people running around that kind of conflated all these things together and said, based on what happened after the last recession was over, when multifamily really started performing really well, and mind you, the people who bought before that bought really good, right? Because they were able to buy at high cap rates and low occupancy at the same time. So they couldn't lose when you bought like that.
Perfect storm.
And so people took all that, they wrapped it all up together, and they started saying, okay, multifamily does well in recessions. And that then justified continuing to first paying retail, then overpaying, and just overpaying and overpaying and overpaying to the point where, well, yeah, it may be true that multifamily has some resiliency in a recession, but that doesn't mean that you're going to survive having overpaid for the property.
Yes.
Right? So when I say like you take a truth and then you make the truth untrue, the market has made that truth like untrue. Or it may be true that maybe say occupancies are going to go down to 90% like they did in the Great Recession. That's a national figure, but they went down, say they go down to 90%. Now that's not so bad, but the problem is if your deal required 95% to work, you're screwed, right? Yep. So, and I think a lot of people have decided that multifamily is a can't lose proposition, and therefore that's justified overpaying. And I think a lot of those people are going to wind up with some uncomfortable, months and years ahead if this COVID thing doesn't, if we don't snap back from this quickly. So I've been railing about this for a couple of years. People tell me I'm stupid. People told me I was dumb to sell, but I don't listen to them because I study markets, and I also just know from, looking at a deal, like if everything has to go perfect, you're going to lose money because it never goes perfectly. It never goes perfectly in the best of circumstances.
I tell people, I have mantras, I have rules, and that my students learn. They hear me say it all the time. And one of my rules is that you can fix anything on a multifamily property. You can fix the roof, you can fix the foundation, you can put in new kitchen countertops. You can fix anything, except you cannot fix overpaying for the property.
That is so true.
Walk in and drop the keys on the bank's desk. That's it. You're done. You cannot overpay. We're investors. As an investor, we don't pay retail.